Alright, let me just... Alright. What's going on, Xerox? How you doing today, man? What's going on, Poochie? How you doing today? Hope you both are doing good. Okay, I'm not gonna... Okay, hang on. How do I switch? I hate hearing that. Thank you for the like, much appreciated. Yep, and today we're doing another guide video for another friend of mine. I really hate this character, but we'll try. Okay, I'm not... Hang on, let me just hold back. Here we go. What's going on, Nayland? How are we doing today? What's going on, RK? What's going on, Troy? I'm sorry. How are we all doing today? Do some co-op with Kennard? That's what's up. I mean, I actually was going to talk to you about something later, Poochie, but, I mean, not now, obviously, but I just got back home from the grocery store. I was working a lot today, so that took a lot out of me. But, yeah, today I'm going to, try my best to, show you guys some Chloe. RK was the one who wanted me to do this, and tomorrow or whenever I can, I will do Claudio next, because I know Sarah wanted me to do that, so I'll just get done reading the chat and I guess we can get started. Oh, I wonder why. I wonder why. I mean, if you don't have a mask, then you're basically fucked. You doing alright? That's what's up, Troy. And playing some Soul Cal? That's what's up, Nayland. It's a really, really fun game. What's up, Aaron? Now, hang on. I have to find this document that I was using. Okay. So, I guess I'll just do like what I normally do. I'm going to talk about strengths and weaknesses. I'll talk about punishment. I guess I could talk about maybe her rage stuff. And then I'll go through the move list, talk about each move and how they can be used. And maybe I'll show some combos. Now, let me just find, his, I mean, not his, her, chart here. It might take me a while. Chloe, here we go. So, the number one thing with Chloe that you have to be scared of is her damage. Her damage alone is some of the best in the game, in my opinion. And they're not that hard to do. I mean, that wasn't even hard. 82 damage. I mean, even off of her hop kick, she gets insane amounts of damage. This is one thing that Chloe really excels at. That's 79 damage without rage or counter hit. But I think you can even do a bigger combo. You go back turn and you do something like that. I know you can do that, but I think it takes timing. I dropped it. Let me try one more time. This is possible, but like I said, one of her strengths is damage. There we go. That's 94 damage. Pretty insane, right? So yeah, her damage is pretty crazy, especially when you get a Cali roll. Once you get this thing, I mean, you're basically gonna win the round, basically. If you know what you're doing. I mean, look at that. 99 damage. Pretty crazy. And another thing that I know that's pretty good about her is her poking is solid. She has... Her down for 1, I think, is extremely good. You know, she has a pretty decent down 4. Down 2 is decent. Her jab strings are also very strong, in my opinion. Her forward 2 mix-ups are pretty good. Her side step 4 is really, really good. She has some pretty decent pokes. And yeah, once you get this back turn launcher, just a huge burst of damage, basically. So, you know, those are the main strengths I can find for the character. Now for her weaknesses, I would say she has poor whip and block punishment, I would say, outside of getting the launchers. If you're at like -10 to -14, she doesn't get much. She only gets like 1, 2, 2, 2. Now once you get launchers, that's really good. Her launchers are really fast and good. But when you're at minus 10 to minus 14 from standing, Chloe just doesn't get much. I mean, she has this, but that's a just frame. She does have a 14 frame while standing launcher though. I'll talk about that more when I get to her punishment. But that's good, but if you're like, but from full crouch again, if you're minus 11 to minus 13, she just doesn't get much. Same thing from minus 10 up to minus 14. So if you're using those kind of moves against Chloe, she just can't really, she can't hurt you that much. Outside of the Chloe does that, but most Chloes I know don't do that. Except for maybe one Chloe that I know. And her hop kick is the only hop kick in this game that's launch punishable. Now she does have an up forward 4, which I think is minus 13, yeah. But this one, I don't think this one has as much range, I don't think. Yeah, her up forward 3 has more range and it actually crushes quite a bit. But again, launch punishable, that's a pretty big problem for her. Even though you get a shitload of damage. And also, her range. I don't think her range is very good. You can go into back turn and do rolls and shit. I can't do it though, because my execution's bad. But you can do stuff like this, but if you're not doing this and you're keeping the Chloe player out, and you're hitting her with low hitting mids when she's coming in like this, there's just not a whole lot, there's really nothing that Chloe can do, to be honest. She has some approach moves, but I just think like all of them come with risk. All of them come with risk, you know? So I think that's something to keep in mind. Now, before I do continue with the punishment section, I'm gonna catch up with the chat real quick. What's going on, Sarah? How you doing today? Thank you for the like. What's going on, Smiling? You wanna know who asked for it? It was, R-Kid. R-Kid was the one who wanted me to do this. And who else is in here? What's going on, Ryan? How you doing today? And again, hope you all are doing good today. Now, I guess we can now go through the punishment section. I just got home, Sarah, so I just thought I could just do this tutorial real quick, just to give some information. But for minus 10, she gets a 1-2. This is okay. It does 19 damage, and it does put you at plus 7, which is pretty good, but you know, this is all really she gets for 10 frames. You can mix up with her actually very, very solid jab strings. But if you just want to poke, you know, this is it's okay. Now, I'm doing alright, Ryan. Thank you for asking. But yeah, 1-2, pretty decent, but not the best. For minus 12, previously all she could do for minus 12 was 2-2. This is all she had. It did 25 damage, as you can see, and it only puts you at plus 4. This is not, and can this actually punish, I actually want to see if this punishes mid get-up kicks. I want to see if it does. If it does, then it could be pretty decent. Okay, so it does, okay. So it does have good range, that's good. The range is good, but again, 25 damage and plus 4, that's just not as good compared to other 12 frame punishes in the game, you know? However, in Season 3, she got a just frame, just like that. And it will knock down, and you give you 33 damage instead of 25. So you get 7 points more wait, 7? No, 8 more points, my bad, I think. Wait, 33, 25. Yeah, that's 8 more points, my bad, I suck at math. But yeah, you get a normal knockdown and you get more damage. If they don't back roll the stun, you get a guaranteed back 1. That's pretty good. And it will wall splat. So if you're good at just frames, this is actually a much stronger 12 frame punish than this. So I think that's a good buff for, but again, this is something you're gonna see good Chloe players do, not lower rank Chloes. Lower rank Chloes are just gonna mash. This just frame is not that hard to do, to be honest. It's actually not too bad. You know? I'm tired of hearing that. That's what's up, Sarah. For 13 frames, she doesn't have shit, I don't think. 14 frames, doesn't have shit. And for 15 frames, you get the hop kick. You know, y'all get the deal. If you get the launch, it's gonna hurt quite a bit because it's Chloe. 94 damage from a 15 frame punish. So that's pretty good, but again, launch punishable on block, so there is risk. And her down 4-2 is also 15 frames. So if you want to use that, but I think I would just go for a hop kick, to be honest. And that's it really regarding her standing punishment. So it's pretty simple, but her punishment overall, I would say, is kind of relatively weak outside of the minus 15. Even though she did get this, so they did buff her standing punishment. I mean, here's the thing, Sarah. People online are not going to punish most of Chloe's shit, to be honest. Like, who the hell is going to launch her hop kick online? Especially in the ranks that you plan or ranks I plan, no one's going to launch this shit. Only really strong players will do that. Lower rank players? Nah, they're not going to do that. And the Cali roll, you can get away with so much online, because it's so good. Alright, I'll catch you later, Poochie. Thank you for stopping by. Maybe I'll talk to you later, if you can. Now wall standing punishment, yes. So for wall standing, for 11 frames, you get wall standing 4. It's kind of generic, but it does pretty good damage, 15. And it puts you at +8. That's pretty freaking, that's pretty good, okay? So you can basically set up any mix-up you want afterwards. I mean, all hop kicks in the game are punishable, Ryan, but hers is the most punishable. There's no hop kick in the game minus 15 outside of Chloe's, I think. It used to actually be more unsafe. This actually used to be minus 17. So it was really unsafe, but yeah, it's better. Okay, so yeah, while standing 4. 13 frame, 12 frame, no, nothing. 15, wait, hang on. 12 frames, she doesn't have anything. 13 frames, she has nothing. For 14 frames, though, she gets while standing 1-4. This is actually pretty good. She has a 14 frame while standing launcher. That's very rare and very good, because again, combined with her damage output, this is a really strong punisher. But remember that this string is launch punishable. It's not like the normal 3-4, which is minus 14. This one is minus 16. So yeah, it is launch punishable against most of the cast. There's only really few characters that can launch this. So keep that in mind. I forgot to mention for her strength, she does have some pretty decent mix-ups. I forgot to mention that with like her full crouch mix-ups. Her full crouch mix-ups are actually pretty strong. And now her Cali roll mix-ups, I'd say, are also very solid, but they can be risky. So yeah, and her 16 frame launcher is while standing too, if you want to use that. And you also have hop kick for 15. So the launchers are there, but they are quite unsafe. Like this one's only minus 13 though, that's not too bad. But overall, outside of the launchers, her standing and while standing punishment is not the best. But I don't think she's really known for that though, but who knows. I'm not the best with Chloe. You say you want me to do a Lily guide? Well, Aaron, you're gonna have to wait. Whoops. Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, you're gonna have to wait, man, because I have Claudio to do first. After that. And then I'll do Lily. But that covers her punishment, basically. So, I guess we could talk about her rage stuff real quick. That's right, Ryan. Really, really high and really strong. But yeah, her Rager is actually... shit. Her Rager is very interesting. It starts off low. If you don't push anything, you get this. It's actually 50 damage. So it does less than normal damage. If you have to block low to block this. And you are minus 27. So again, super punishable, but you can float her out of it. So that's not the big deal. But there's a just frame in this. To where if you hit 3 at the right time after each kick, you get more damage. I messed up. But you see, now it's at 60 damage, so you get more damage. I want to see if I can get the whole thing. Okay, nope, that wasn't it. Okay, I mean, but here's the thing. If you time all those 3 kicks properly, you'll get a huge damage rage art. I think one of the most damaging rage arts in the game, I think. So yeah, this rage art is very interesting, very unique. I am always so close to getting it. I'm gonna try one more time. Well, that fucked up. Okay, well, you all get the point. What's up, hunters? Oh yeah, and her rage drive. Her rage art, I mean not rage art. So this is how you do her rage drive. It's down forward 3 plus 4. And I think you have to hit 1 plus 2. I think you can just mash it out. Yeah, you can mash it out and you get 72 damage. That's pretty good. But you can just mash this out. And on block, this is plus 4. That's pretty good. What's up, Extreme? Yeah, look, listen, man. I hate Chloe too, man. I hate this character. But one of my friends wanted me to do this. But also, you can actually cancel this to go into back turn. And you actually get a proper launcher. If I can time it. Let me try again. Does that even work? Or maybe you can just do like a reverse hop kick or something. You can get a full combo here, guys. I promise. See, there you go. That was first attempt, by the way. So, but yeah, if you cancel this in the back turn, though, you'll be left at -4. But if you stay, like, on block, I would just recommend staying forward so you can get the +4. If it does hit, then I would say go in the back turn and get a combo. Because you'll get more damage. You get the point. But yeah, it's a pretty good rage drive. How fast is this? This is 17 frames, so yeah, it's also very fast. So I think it's overall a pretty solid rage drive. You can also, I think you can use it in combos as well, of course. Yeah, we're doing pretty good this stream, Sarah. I appreciate everyone's support. Thank you very much. And I think a lot of people want to see my thoughts on this bitch character. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing. Chloe's fucking attractive, but goddamn, she's a bitch to fight. But yeah, that basically covers her rage stuff. So I guess now we can go through the move list and go for her individual moves. So her 1-2, I talked about it earlier. It's a pretty good poke. It's actually high mid. I forgot to mention that, but her 1-2 is high mid. That's actually pretty good to know. So if the opponent likes to duck a whole lot and you're doing a lot of jabs, the 2 option will clip them, you know? And it'll keep them in check. I have a pretty decent way of beating her, but I'm pretty good with the matchup. Because I do fight a couple of Chloe's. But 1-2-1, this is the first extension I'm going to talk about. It's basically her down back one, except it's not a power crush. And it's less unsafe. This is actually a wall bounce. That's pretty good. It's only -11 on block. And you can also delay it, so that's okay. But I don't use this option too much, because it is unsafe. But if I'm next to a wall, maybe on occasion I'll throw it out, but you know, it's not the best option. The better mid option in my opinion is this. 1-2-2. 1-2-2 is, now none of these are counter hit combos, by the way, just to let you guys know. I don't think they are. No. Let me just make sure. No, that one's not either. Okay, none of them are counter hit combos, so just make sure. But if you do counter hit with the second hit, they all are guaranteed. I honestly prefer Josie Sarah, to be honest, but I still don't like her. But yeah, 1-2-2, this does come out slower than the 1. A little slower, but this one is safe on block. And on hit, it gives you +4. And it puts you in a full crouch mix-up. It puts you in full crouch, which means you can do your 50-50 mix-ups from here. I'll talk about these mix-ups more when I get to them specifically, but she has a lot of really good options from here. They're not bad at all. Oh yeah, by the way, if you counter hit with this, you get a knockdown for a guaranteed back 1. Pretty good. And then the high option is 1-2-1+2. This is also really good. It is high. So if the opponent is spamming this, you can duck the second. You can duck this and launch. But if they're not ducking this, just abuse it because it's only -2 on block. It's homing. It spins them around on hit. You get a huge advantage, and on counter hit, you get a full combo. You know? So it's a very good, it's good. But if they are ducking you, then you can apply your mid mix up. So her 1-2 jab strings are actually very strong. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. 2-2, I talked about that already. 2-3, I actually don't use this very often, but I think I should because, you know, it's high-low. It's kind of like a 1 down 4 kind of move, like with Bob, but except this one is a natural combo. On block, this is apparently it's -11, but she's in this dance type of thing, so I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do from there. But on hit, it gives you +8. And you have options from here. So it puts you in a mix-up. And if you don't hit anything, then you can go in the back turn and get mix-ups, I think. It's weird, but this is actually a pretty good move. You can do, on hit, you can basically do whatever you want, because again, you're +8. But on block, you are gonna get punished. Because she can't block when she's doing that stance. Alright, no problem, Sarah. But, yeah, that's a pretty decent string. 3-4, I think this move is pretty fucking annoying to deal with because the first hit is 15 frames, so it's relatively fast. This is not a natural combo, but this is a counter hit combo launcher. That's pretty good. And you can delay the second hit, by the way. And it is counter hit confirmable. You can do it, but I'm just fucking up. Like that. So you can delay it, and it can still be a combo. That's pretty good, I would say, but you do have to be a good Clay player to always confirm this every time. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, especially online. But as you see there, it is definitely possible. It is -14 on block, but the weird thing with this move is, But basically, anyway, the weird thing about this move is, it feels like I think she's in like a crushing state afterwards. So if you do block it, and let's say, yeah, I know what to do. Let me pick Brian for a second. I want to see if this is actually a thing. Yeah, Ryan, it is a very strong counter hit tool. So definitely keep that in mind with that move. You can use that as a counter hit tool. She doesn't have the best counter hit tools. Okay. So if, let's say you try to, try to jab here. Hang on, actually, does that work? Sometimes, highs can whiff here. Wait, maybe not? This has happened to me before. That's weird. Well, what happened was basically, the Chloe player did 3-4 on me, and I blocked it, and I tried to jab punish it, but for some reason, it went right under Chloe's head, and I got launched. I don't know what the deal. Okay, maybe that's just something weird. Okay, well then, okay, forget what I said then. But yeah, it's -14, so some characters can launch this, but I think it's still a pretty good move because again, counter hit combo, you can counter hit confirm it if you're good, and you can also go into back turn if you hit back.